जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी, नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय, गौर निताय जय गौर निताय। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेवा, प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेवा। श्रील प्रभुपाद महाराज की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल गुरु पूजा की। श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ते सद्मा। श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ते सद्मा। बंदो मोये सावधान माते, बंदो मोये सावधान माते। आहार प्रसादे भाई जे भवतरी आया। कृष्ण प्राप्ति हयते, कृष्ण प्राप्ति हयते। गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चित्त करियाय क्या। गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चित्त करियाय क्या। यार न करे हमने आशा यार न करे हमने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रते ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रते ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिल जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिल जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ हैते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ हैते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय हर चरिता वेद गाय हर चरिता श्री गौर करुणा सिंधु अथम जनार बंधु श्री गौर करुणा सिंधु अथम जनार बंधु लोके नाथ लोके रे जीवना श्रीला प्रभुपाद लोके रे जीवना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पवन हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया बेजस घुस त्रिभुवना श्री प्रभुपाद लेल शरण श्रील प्रभुपाद लेल शरण जय प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा श्रील प्रभुपादा गुरुदेवा श्रील प्रभुपादा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमः। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मत बोलिए कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Radhikaram Radha Radhikaram Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra Jaya Prabhupada Śrīla Prabhupada Prabhupada Śrīla Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivrajakacharya ISKCON founder पतित पावन महाभागवत जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की नित्य लीला जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य पतित पावन महाभागवत जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की प्रेम से कहिए श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तविंद की श्री श्री राधा राधिका रमण भगवान की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री गौर निताई की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्रीमद तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की ब्रजभूमि श्रीवृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी द्वारकापुरी जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की मायापुर नदी धाम की हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की उपस्थित भक्त वृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर हरि प्रभानंदे all glories to Samādhi, all glories to Samādhi, all glories to Samādhi, all glories to Guru and Gaurang Śrīla Prabhupada.
हमारे साथ साथ गुरु वंदना दोहराइए। हमारे श्रीला प्रभुपाद आध्यात्मिक गुरु के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति में सेवा प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धापूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। श्रील प्रभुपाद करुणा सिंधु तथा पतित आत्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन है। श्रील प्रभुपाद मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने चरणों की छाया दीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन जमुना तीर बनचारी जमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी भगवान की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण मोह गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। द्वारका धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय। और ग्लोरीज टू देयर समिति, और ग्लोरीज टू देयर समिति। थैंक यू। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी भक्तविंद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled. All glories to the assembled. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Page 170, text number 2. Atma, Jaya, Sutta, Agara, Pashu, Dravina, Bandhushu, Raje, Javikole, Nityam, Virudham, Mamatam, Joho, Atmajaya Sutagara, Atmajaya Sutagara, Pashudravana Bandhushu, Pashudravana Bandhushu, Raje Chavikole Nityam, Raje Chavikole Nityam, Virudham Mamatam Joho, Virudham Mamatam Joho, Atmajaya Sutagara, Atmajaya Sutagara, Pashudravana Bandhushu, Pashudravana Bandhushu, Raje Chavikole Nityam, Raje Chavikole Nityam, Virudham Mamatam Joho, Virudham Mamatam Joho, Atmajaya Sutagara, Atmajaya Sutagara, Pashudravina Bandhushu, Pashudravina Bandhushu, Rajye Chavikole Nityam, Rajye Chavikole Nityam, Virudham Mamatam Jaho, Virudham Mamatam Jaho, Atmajaya Sutagara,
Atmajaya Sutagara,
Pashudravina Bandhushu,
Pashudravina Bandhushu,
Rajye Chavikale Nityam,
Raje Chavikale Nityam,
Virudham Mamatam Jaho,
Virudham Mamatam Jaho, Atmajaya Sutagara, Pashudravina Bandhushu, Raje Chavikale. वृंदावन धाम की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी भक्तविंद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled. All glories to the assembled. Thank you very much.
As a matter of qualified spiritual matter,
Part of the last slope was done? You started?
Part of it.
The balance first I will read.
On page 170, to become a pure devotee of Krishna, two things are very much essential, namely having a chance of being born in the family of a devotee and having the blessings of a bona fide spiritual master. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj had both opportunities. He was born in a family of devotees like the Pandavas, and just to continue the dynasty of the Pandavas, Maharaj Parikshit was specifically saved by the Lord just to show special favor to the Pandavas. And later on, by the arrangement of the Lord, Maharaj Parikshit was cursed by the boy of a Brahmana and was able to get the association of a spiritual master like Shukadeva Goswami. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that a fortunate person, by the mercy of the spiritual master and Lord Krishna, achieves the path of devotional service. This was perfectly applicable in the case of Maharaj Parikshit. By way of being born in the family of devotees, he automatically came in touch with Krishna, and after being so contacted, he constantly remembered him. Consequently, Lord Krishna gave the king a further chance of development in devotional service by introducing him to Shukadeva Goswami, a stalwart devotee of the Lord with perfect knowledge and self-realization. And by hearing from a bona fide spiritual master, he was perfectly able to concentrate his chaste mind further upon Lord Krishna as a matter of course.
So, superficially, Maharaj Parikshit, king, the emperor of the world, he was cursed to death. A Brahmin boy cursed him that he will die within 7 days. And as a result of this, he left his home, his kingdom, and here next verse it is said, Atma Jaya. Jaya means his one wife, he was a young man, Suta, children, Agara, Agara means residence, house, Atma Jaya, Suta Agara. Pashu, animals, he was king, he had many animals, horses, elephants, cows, bulls. These are household animals, domestic animals. And Dravina means wealth, riches, and bandhu, friends. So, these are our material assets. Wife, children, nice house, nice bank balance, and some pashus, animals. Here, of course, you keep only one animal, dog, the best friend. But in India, they keep many animals. Those who are rich, they keep elephants, horses, bulls, cows. Dogs are also there, but dogs are not so important there. Asses also, these are domestic, cats also, these are domestic animals. These animals, they like to live with human beings. They do not go to the forest. So, superficially, Parikshit Maharaj, upadharjamating Krishna, for becoming Krishna conscious, mati means consciousness, Krishna, in Krishna. Practically, he was bereft of everything. Just try to understand. He was cursed to death, and because he was preparing for next life, so he had to leave everything. And so, what people will think, oh, by Krishna consciousness one has to lose everything. His kingdom, his everything. Therefore people are afraid to take to Krishna consciousness. We shall be lost of everything, even after life. This is the example of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, to become a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, two things are very much essential, namely having a chance of being born in the family of a devotee and having the blessings of a bona fide spiritual master. So, Parikshit Maharaj had both blessings. He, from the very childhood, from the womb of his mother, he was Krishna conscious. And he had the opportunity of taking birth in a family where every member was Krishna conscious, especially his grandfather Arjuna. So that chance was there. From the very beginning of his life, he was given the chance of worshipping Krishna deity. Not only that, he was king Suchinang Simatangihi Yoga Bhrashta Sanjayat. Yoga Bhrashta means one who falls down from the path of spiritual advancement. For them, the facility is that they are given another chance to take birth in the human society. Not only in human society, Suchinang Simatangi, in very rich family and very pure family. Suchinang means pure, Brahmins. In India still, if one is born in a very nice, rich and pure family, he is considered to be very pious in his past life. That's a fact. Janmaisajja Sutta Sri. These four things, Janma, high grade birth, Aishajja, riches, Janma Isha, Sutta, education, and Sri means beauty. These four things are obtained by pious activities in one's past life. So Parikshit Maharaj had all these assets. That means in his previous life he was also a great devotee. So now in this life he is bereft of everything. After executing spiritual life so strenuously, life after life, in this life we see that he is bereft of his kingdom, he is going to die within 7 days, and he had to leave his beautiful wife, children, home, kingdom, his animals, everything we keep, there is affection. It is not that animals are meant for killing. They are also treated like children. Don't move your leg like that. So, anything you associate, you get affection. That's a fact. Therefore, here it is stated, Rajye chabi kali nittang bidhuram avatang jaho. And his kingdom was very safe kingdom. It is not that there was disturbance in his kingdom, somebody has attacked, so he was bereft. No. Chabi kale, without any disturbance. Very nice kingdom. So, what people will think, that to become Krishna conscious means to lose everything up to life. Does it mean? Sometimes superficially they take it like that, but actually that is not the fact. There is another story in which one saintly person came in an assembly. So he blessed a saintly person. Everyone expects some blessings. So there was a king's son. So he blessed him, Rajaputra, Rajaputra, Chirangajiva. My dear king's son, you live forever. And there was another son, he was Muni's son, saintly person's son, and he blessed him, Muniputra, Muniputra, Majiva. You Muniputra, son of a saintly person, you don't live, you die. Rajputra, Rajputra, Chiranjiva, the king's son, you live forever. And Muniputra, Majiva, you don't live. Muniputra, Muniputra, Majiva. And there was a hunter also. And there was a saintly person also. The saintly person he blessed, Majiva, Jivoba Maroba. Either you die or live. It is all this. And there was a hunter, he blessed him, Majiva Mamara, don't die, don't live. This is very instructive. Don't die, don't live. One was blessed that you don't die, the Rajputra, don't die. And the Muniputra, he was blessed, do you die? And the saintly person was blessed, either you die or you live. And the hunter was blessed, you don't live, don't die. So this was a puzzle. So the king, he invited his ministers, what is the meaning of this? The ministers are very intelligent. So he explained that your son has been blessed, Chiranjiva, because your son is so licentious that as soon as he dies, he is going to hell. Therefore, he has blessed, you better live forever, otherwise you are going to hell. Your life is so sinful, the next life is hellish. So better you live forever. Then the next Muniputra. Muniputra means just like our disciples, they have to undergo austerities, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, so many no's. But similarly, Muniputra, he also execute all these functions and there is no comfortable life. Muniputra lives in a cottage, there is no good bedstead, and eating simple fruits and flowers. So, from materialistic point of view, this is a miserable condition of life. So he was blessed that you have sufficiently undergone austerities. Now your next life is in Vaikuntha. So better you die and go to Vaikuntha. Why you should suffer anyway? So therefore he was blessed that Muniputra Maji. And the saintly person, he was blessed by the word Jivo va marova. Either you die or live, the same thing. Because a saintly person is engaged in the service of the Lord, so his life is so blissful, so either he lives, and when he dies he goes back to home, back to God, he will do the same business. So, there is no difference. Just like you are engaged in Krishna's service, you are getting the same service eternally. This is a probational period only. Janma karma me divyam jujyanati tattata takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti. Krishna says, anyone who can understand Krishna as he is, then after leaving this body, he comes to home, back to God. Mameva. So saintly person, their life is so pure that in this living condition they are in Vaikuntha, and after leaving this body they are going to Vaikuntha. So jivo va marova. Both ways they are benefited. And the hunter was said, Ma jivo ma marova, don't live, don't die. What is that? Now you are hunter, butcher, so nasty life you are living, it was better death, better for you to die. But if you die, then you go to hell. Therefore, don't die, don't live. So, don't close your eyes. So Parikshit Maharaj, this was blessing. Parikshit Maharaj, don't think that Parikshit Maharaj lost everything. Because he has understood Krishna. So, according to the statement of Bhagavad Gita, it is a fact that he is going back to home, back to Godhead. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj, what is the value of this kingdom, of the wealth of this material world? They are temporary. Even if you have got very good kingdom, very nice wife, very nice society, how long? And if there is any mistake, next life you can get something else. But sorry, Parikshit Maharaj's life, because he is born devotee from the childhood. He is a devotee of Krishna. Now, when he was cursed, it was blessings for him and for all others. Because he was cursed, there was necessity of recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And after hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Vishnu Savane Parikshit Maharaj, simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, he got salvation. So this superficial, awkward position that he lost his life, lost his kingdom, he had to leave his wife and children and everything. Don't take it that by Krishna consciousness he became bereft of all assets. No. He is going to be rewarded very highly, going back to home, back to God. So another instruction is, in this connection, that one should be ready, if one is serious to become Krishna conscious, one should be ready to give up all sorts of material enjoyment. That is the fact. If you become Krishna conscious for your material improvement, you can get it. Krishna is all powerful, but that is not the desirable thing. To become Krishna consciousness means to make our materialistic way of life nil. That is the purpose. Annavilasita sunnam. If you want from Krishna that give me material happiness, as you have studied, akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udarodhi tibrena bhakti yogina jajeta paramam purush. Either you are materially desirous, anxious to get so many things, kurmi. Akama means devote. Sarvakama means kurmi. Kurmi, they are simply wanting, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, so many things. There is no end of their demand. That is called kurmis. And jnanis means they also want salvation, to merge into the impersonal Brahma effulgence of the Lord. And yogi, they also want some mystic power. So Kurmi, Jnani, Yogi, everyone wants something, but a devotee does not want anything. That is devotion. They know, what shall I do with all these things? They have no attraction for anything material. These are all material. Some a better position and some a lower position, that's all. Kurmis are entangled in this materialistic way of life. And the jnanis, they are also more or less entangled because they have no idea what is God. They think God is impersonal. God is impersonal, there is no God. So if they have no idea of God, how to go back to kingdom of God? So they are also materialistic. Negation of material. Negation. Because they are very much frustrated. Just like in your country, the hippies. The hippies means negation of a positive materialistic life. That's all. Negation. They are simply denying that we don't want the way of life as our father and grandfathers are going on. That's a negation. But there is no positive gain. So negation is no good. You must have some positive gain. So this Krishna consciousness movement is negation of the materialistic way of life and regain the blissful eternal life of spiritual understanding. So simply negation is no gain. With something, if you are disgusted, I don't want it. But just like sometimes a man commits suicide. I don't want this life. So what is the gain? And that is ignorance. He does not know that committing suicide, he is eternal. He is eternal, living entity is eternal. He thinks that by killing this body, I am free from this bodily miserable condition of life. No. He is immediately, either he has to accept the next abominable body or he will have to become a ghost, one who commits suicide. Ghost means no material gross life, but the material subtle life is there. A ghost is carried by the subtle body, mind, intelligence and false ego. And one who gets a body, gross body, upon this mind, intelligence and ego, one develops a gross body of 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire. This is the 2 kinds of body, a condition. And when he is actually Krishna conscious, he is transcendental. To this gross and subtle body, he attains a spiritual body which is never to be finished, eternal blissful life. So sometimes when Krishna is especially kind to a person who thinks that by I shall execute Krishna consciousness, at the same time I shall enjoy this material life. This is foolishness. This is foolishness. If you want Krishna, go to home, back to Godhead, then you have to finish your material desires. Because Krishna is so kind that even if you have a pinch of material desire to enjoy in this material world, he will give you a chance. All right, you do it. That means we become entangled. Therefore, those who are executing Krishna consciousness, they should try to become free from all material desires. Annavilasita sunnam. Jnana karmad anavritam. Jnana means knowledge, or the jnanis, they also want to become one with the Supreme. And karma means, kurmis, those who want to enjoy. So one should be uncovered, not covered by this jnana, by karma, or by any material desires. Annavilasita sunnam jnana karmadanabritam anukullena krishnanushilanam. Simply, favorably serving Krishna. Favorably, not unfavorably. Consciousness, favorably. Just like Kansa. Kansa was also Krishna conscious. But you are simply planning how to kill Krishna. That kind of Krishna consciousness is not good. Of course, Krishna is so kind. See, anyway one becomes Krishna conscious, he gets the benefit at least of liberation. There's a Kamsa was liberated. Although he was unfavorably Krishna conscious, but he was thinking of Krishna. Hiranyakashipu, he was also thinking of Krishna, but unfavorably. So that is not bhakti. We must think of Krishna favorably. That is bhakti. Anukullena Krishna anusilanam, culture of Krishna consciousness, favorably. Bhakti ruttama. That is pure bhakti. So, a person who is thinking of Krishna haphazardly, namely that by executing Krishna consciousness I will be materially happy. He can be materially happy because Sukadeva Goswami said, akama sarva kama moksha kama udarati. His desires will be fulfilled, just like Dhruva Maharaj. He went to worship Krishna in the forest with material desires, that I may get the kingdom of my father, or better kingdom. That was his determination. So he got it. But when he got it, by executing Krishna consciousness, he was intelligent, he was very sorry. And what I have asked, this material happiness I have asked. So when he actually saw Krishna, Vishnu, he was offered, now you take benediction as you desire. He was very sorry. He said, my Lord, I have no other desire now. I have finished all my desire. Annam Samim kritatosmi varangana jache. I don't want any kind of benediction. I have got you. I have no more necessity of any benediction. But Krishna is so kind, he gave him both. The Dhruva, you desire for some material prosperity, a kingdom. So I have created one kingdom, Dhruvalok, for you, which is so many times bigger than your father's kingdom. So that is especially for you, that is Vaikuntha. You'll go there, but you wanted your father's kingdom, so you take your father's kingdom also. So he enjoyed his father's kingdom for 35,000 of years. In those days, a man used to live for 100,000 of years. Satyajit. So Krishna is so kind that whatever desires you have got within, he will give you all facilities. Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradhi. But intelligent person, they will not ask anything from Krishna. Just like a dependent child. He is fully dependent on the father. The father knows how to raise him to be a perfect man. He knows what is his necessities. Similarly, we have to give up to the care of Krishna without any condition. That is perfection of life. That is perfection of life. So, sometimes Krishna favors devotee when he is in doubts whether this or that, this or that. So sometimes he takes away the sources of his material opulence and gives him shelter under his own lotus feet. So you can read the word meaning.
Atma, body, Jaya, wife, Suta, son, Agara, palace, Pashu, horses and elephants, Dravina, treasury house, Bandhushu, unto friends and relatives, Rajye, in the kingdom, Ja, also, Avikale, without being disturbed, Nityam, constant, Virudham, deep-rooted, Mamatam, affinity, Jaho, gave up. Translation: Maharaj Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, was able to give up all deep-rooted affection for his personal body, wife, children, palace, animals, horses and elephants, treasury house, friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom.
So, this is Krishna consciousness. Upadharja, matin Krishna. So, it is a great sacrifice. It is not like that, dharmartha kama moksha. No, it is above. People are generally become religious to get some material benefit, dharma, artha. And as soon as he gets material benefit, he enjoys his senses, calm, dharma, artha, calm. And when he fails to satisfy his senses, then he wants to become one with this. That's the moksha. So, Krishna consciousness is above these four principles, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Krishna consciousness is transcendental. Therefore, one can give up immediately. Just like sometimes Bharat Maharaj, under whose name India is called Bharatvarsha, he also gave up. And he gave up his kingdom at the age of 24 years, young wife, young nice children, big whole empire. And it is said that he gave up everything just like one gives up his stool, evacuates, immediately goes there. So he gave up. So this is actually Krishna consciousness, that we become completely free from any material position. Any material position. It is very difficult. But just see here Parikshit Maharaj, due to his association with his spiritual master Sukadeva Goswami, he understood, according to his instruction, he gave his mind and everything to Krishna, and he gave up the idea of enjoying his wife, children, palace, kingdom, or animals, and so many things. So it is little difficult also. But by Krishna's grace, if we continue regularly this Krishna consciousness, rules and regulations, then automatically we shall be disinterested. Bhakti parishanu bhava virakti annatasya. These are not to be artificially attained. You cannot give up your wife, children, kingdom artificially. Artificially, if you give up, then you will again fall down. Artificially, I give up my wife and then I seek another wife. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is fall down. When you are actually mature, then you give up. So, Parikshit Maharaj was mature. From the very childhood he was Krishna conscious. So, when he was cursed by a Brahmin, he took it. It's an opportunity. Now give up everything. Let me go back to home, back to God. This is the philosophy. Thank you.
Prabhupada would be giving a lecture and his glance would kind of fall over you and he'd just be looking straight through you. The devotees, they felt that Prabhupada was seeing right into their heart. You know, I've heard that from a lot of devotees and I felt that also. Definitely that's reality, right? Because it's confirmed by not just me, but confirmed by so many devotees. They felt Prabhupada looking right into their hearts. Even though he was giving a lecture and certain things he was saying in the lecture, he'd look at you and that thing that he was saying was applying to you. He wasn't just talking to the crowd, he was talking to you. what Prabhupada was saying at that particular point of time really penetrated deep into your heart.
We were very fortunate that William Kerr, who was a freelance cinematographer and filmmaker, gave his services to film a lot of the footage that we see of Prabhupada in Australia. And he had a whole team that would come and film as many of the events that they could, including the installation of the deities, the opening of the temple, morning walks, the classes, the town hall programs, and he was filming over a number of years, from 1973 all the way through to Prabhupada's 1975 visit. So he would have a big camera actually on a dolly and wheel it through the Botanic Gardens and take a lot of that classic footage. So we're very indebted to him for doing that.
There were 3 major universities in Melbourne, and La Trobe University was one of them. We arranged a program. I remember we went into the hall, it was an auditorium, and there weren't many students there, even though we'd extensively advertised. There might have been about 50 to 100 students. But it was a huge auditorium and it wasn't filled up, so then Madhavisa had the idea of it to take all the devotees out, and Prabhupada hadn't arrived yet, and do a big Harinam on the main quadrangle in the university and try and bring more students back. And it had the desired effect because it was right at lunchtime. It's like the Pied Piper. Madhavisa brought all his students in. The whole auditorium was full to capacity. But as it happened, it was only about 2 or 3 minutes into Prabhupada's lecture then the students started heckling.
At this time, in the early 70s, La Trobe University were in the throngs of Vietnam protests. The Vietnam War had become a very unpopular war throughout Australia, and Śrīla Prabhupada was identified by the students as someone who was taking the thunder away from their anti-war demonstrations by preaching peace and love, instead of encouraging students to demonstrate against the war. Prabhupada was telling people to chant Hare Krishna and to solve the problems of the world like that. So they had strategically placed many of students in the audience that were specifically there just to disrupt the lecture. So after the Kirtan was over, Śrīla Prabhupada began to speak, and immediately one student stood up and started to object to what Śrīla Prabhupada was saying. And the gist of what they were saying is that Śrīla Prabhupada was there just to disturb their anti-war sentiments. Then we had that person removed and brought into the back. And then as soon as Śrīla Prabhupada started to speak again, someone else stood up and started to speak. And they would be using profanity and wouldn't be reasoned with. And I tried from the microphone to try to diffuse the whole situation, but they were determined that they wouldn't listen to any logic. Although the audience wanted to hear Śrīla Prabhupada speak, these hecklers were determined, to stop the meeting. So after 3 or 4 of those people did this and wouldn't allow Śrīla Prabhupada to speak, then Prabhupada finally said, well, just chant. So we chanted, and then Śrīla Prabhupada left. But while this whole thing was going on, the devotees were taking these hecklers out and bringing them into the vestibule, and the fistfights, there was a big fistfight broke out. So although it appears to be calm in the auditorium, just outside the doors there was a full-fledged Donnybrook going on, and the devotees were defending themselves, and it became quite a bloody scene. And one of the students had a knife, and he threw the knife on the ground, and he said, look, they have a knife, they're trying to stab me. And so the security guards came, and it was a big commotion out there. But just Krishna was working in such a subtle way. The temple president of Sydney, Australia now, his name is Atmarama, he was initiated by Śrīla Prabhupada. But at that time, he was a student at La Trobe University. And he saw all these people walking into the men's room. They're all bleeding, bloody noses. And he said, gee, I thought those Hare Krishnas were, peaceful people. He says, how come there's a big fight going on? He said, oh, they were heckling his spiritual master. And he said, oh, these guys are really committed. And he was profoundly affected by the devotees' fierce loyalty to Śrīla Prabhupada. And soon after that, he became initiated, and now he's the temple president of Sydney. So Krishna works in strange ways. Also, the students up on top of the underpasses as the devotees were leaving, they dumped black paint on our white vans. So it was an orchestrated thing by these anti-war demonstrators. So when Śrīla Prabhupada got back to his rooms, he said, now we know we cannot have any free speaking engagements anymore. He says, and whenever I speak in public like this, you must charge. $5 or $2. There must be some admission charge, because when we have these free assemblies, then any riffraff can come and cause a disturbance.
Now, if the intelligentsia of Australia cannot sit for half an hour and listen to a gentleman speak about love of God, it does not speak very well for you. We are simply not asking for disturbance. We are not asking for violence, but we will meet violence with violence. We are not artificially pacifists. We are asking you to listen like gentlemen. We have come here in goodwill. We have come here not to cause any disturbance. So we ask you please to have that much respect for our spiritual master. Now at this time, if there is any questions about Krishna consciousness philosophy, not about fighting, we can go out in the street and fight and we can solve everything out there. We have come here to speak about spiritual matters. If we want to speak about spiritual matters, let's speak together, like brothers and sisters. Let's not cause disturbance. I have an ego, you have an ego. If you do something to flick off my ego, I may get mad. If I do something to flick off your ego, you get mad. So we'll go out into the street and set it like a cat and a dog? No. We're not here in this university to act like that. We're supposed to have raised above that platform. So please, we ask you to present sober questions to our spiritual master. Yes, sir?
Well, he is coming, welcome. He shall welcome. Yes. It's very good news that he's coming.
Jesus had no reputation. He wore sandals and he was crucified between two thieves. He didn't carry flick knives. And your spirituality's in a Rolls Royce on a padded seat and you're all in the money, you Christians. You want money, you rip off people in the streets.
We came for this university program independently, not with the devotees, so we sat in the audience rather than on the stage. And it became quite unpleasant. And because it was so disturbing, it was a little bit shocking, I remember, for myself. And later I remember Śrīla Prabhupada said that under such circumstances, they should have just immediately started Kirtan and not done anything else, and the Kirtan would have been enough.
We had 3 questions. Maybe there's somebody else who have a question.
Another question? There?
Yes, sir?
Do you consider your movements the major form of enlightenment emanating from the United States today? Where is your movement? What order of priority has your movement in the White House Psychological Warfare Department, the CIA? And will you also be coming along to our July 4 demonstration again this year to try and put up and divert people away from taking up real political issues concerned with Australian independence?
We can answer one at a time. I can answer them for you if you like. Our movement is not coming from the United States. If you you have some paranoid stigma about everything coming from the United States, well, that's your hang-up, not mine. Second of all, our spiritual master, he came to the United States to start this Krishna consciousness movement because he got a free ticket on the boat to go there. And because it was the mercy of this one lady who gave him the free ticket on the boat, he came to America on the orders of his spiritual master. This is the reason he came to America, to start Krishna consciousness. If you had sent him a free ticket, he probably would have come to Australia first. He was a monk, a penniless monk in India, and he was trying to follow the orders of his spiritual teacher by spreading love of God. He's not trying to stop any kind of a political movement. Actually, he is trying to spark a revolution in consciousness. I think that you are also interested in revolution. We are also interested in revolution also, but we are interested in the revolution which will help people to feel peace with themselves, whether they're communist or Marxist or Leninist or whatever ist you like.
Bhagavatam